guys, happy 2025. This video has been long overdue. If you're new to my channel, then welcome, and if you're not, then welcome back, guys. So I'm not sure if you guys noticed anything new, but I'll give you a minute to kind of, guess. And if you guessed smile, you're absolutely correct, y'all. I went to Medellín, Colombia to get a brand new smile. So that is what this video is about. I'm gonna be going over everything and discussing the overall process of me going to get my porcelain veneers done. But before we get into this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll give you a moment right now to do that. All right, so let's hop into this video. So I'm sure one of the first things you guys will want to know is, Marcy, why did you get veneers instead of braces? So for those of you guys that don't know, one of my first ever YouTube videos was actually me getting Smile Direct Club. And for those of you guys that don't know what Smile Direct Club is, it's similar to Invisalign, but instead of you actually going into an orthodontist for them to set up the whole Invisalign process, you get aligners shipped directly to your house. And usually the time span of you transitioning your smile is usually less than what Invisalign would typically be. It was a more cost-effective route, so that's why I chose that route. I had a gap, it was extremely large, and it started to get larger and larger throughout the years. I started to hate it. I just kind of felt like it just made me look so childish. When I was younger, my mom did definitely put into perspective that I should probably get braces, but for whatever reason, I chose not to get braces. And by the time I did get old enough to get braces, my insurance no longer covered it, so I was pretty much out of luck. That's when I started experimenting with my teeth. I even went as far as to putting orthodontic bands on my teeth to try to get my teeth to kind of like form together. It did work, but eventually my gap did start to reopen because I had nothing to retain my teeth. Fast forward, I ended up getting Smile Direct Club. Essentially my gap closed, but then once again, because I wasn't really wearing my retainers like that, my gap reopened. Not as much for the most part, but there was still imperfections in my teeth. Like, although my teeth did become straight, because I neglected my retainers, eventually my teeth started to shift a lot, and then I just kind of started disliking how my teeth looked in terms of the shade, in terms of overall aesthetic of my teeth. In person, you couldn't really notice the imperfections, but like on camera, I noticed it. One of my front teeth were longer than the other. I just, opted to get veneers. So the funniest thing actually happened last year when I had went to my dentist. Well, not last year, but 2023. I had went to my dentist and I just randomly said that, I think I want to get veneers. It wasn't something that I was necessarily serious about, but it was something that I was just kind of throwing out there just to see what he would say. He was just like, make sure that you go to a good person and make sure that it doesn't look fake. And that was pretty much it. So I just kind of threw it in the air, and I never really revisited the idea of me wanting to get veneers. I wasn't actively working towards me getting veneers or anything of that nature. So August of 2024, I had checked my DMs on Instagram, and Luxe Smile, for those of you guys that don't know, which is the company that I got my teeth done with, they had reached out to me and they have basically offered to collaborate with me. So it kind of put things into perspective for me. I'm just like, should I do it? Should I not? So the first step was me sending them photos of my teeth in its original state. So I sent them photos of my teeth. They told me the cost of everything. They told me that I was an ideal candidate because, remember, I had Smile Direct Club. So although my teeth weren't perfect, my teeth were still somewhat aligned. They still had a few imperfections, but they were still aligned. So because they are in Colombia is the reason why I chose to go to Colombia. For those of you guys that don't know, getting cosmetic dental work in the United States of America is extremely expensive. It is about $1,000 to $2,000 per veneer per tooth. So on average, if you get your teeth done in America, you are expected to pay anywhere from $20,000, $30,000, $40,000 and up. And for somebody like me, yeah, I wasn't doing that. It worked out in my favor. They gave me the dates that they had available, and I chose December. 1, because I was in the process of replacing my passport because it was damaged, and 2, I just figured since it came up so abruptly, I wanted to give myself a great period of time to prepare for the trip. They did recommend the hotel for me to stay at, which is Novotel. It was an amazing hotel. They actually ended up booking my stay for me. I was also offered the option to bring a +1, but unfortunately I had nobody that was available around the time that I wanted to go with me. So I ended up going solo. If you guys didn't check out my video before this of my actual vlog, then you might want to go and check that out. Overall, the cost of what I paid included my hotel stay and my transportation. I'm not sure if that will be the same for everybody. I can't guarantee that because I did agree to work with the company. So therefore, I can't necessarily guarantee that, but the driver is definitely included. The hotel, not quite sure. So you guys would actually have to check to see. But overall, I would say that the experience was 10 out of 10. I left on a Sunday, which was December 8th. My first appointment was on December 9th, which was a Monday. I chilled on Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I got my veneers placed on Thursday, and then I left on Friday. So I was there in total 6 days, 5 nights. I'm not sure if it was because of the time of year that I went, but I did end up taking a connecting flight to Colombia from JFK to Fort Lauderdale, and from Fort Lauderdale to Medellín. They did have a straight flight, but it was on Avianca airline. I wasn't familiar with the airline, so I opted to fly with JetBlue because I always fly JetBlue. So the only flight options that JetBlue had was connecting flight. So that's what I chose, especially because I was flying solo. I wanted to feel comfortable. I didn't want to get on an airline that I wasn't familiar with or that didn't have great reviews. So when I got to Colombia, there was a driver at the airport waiting for me. I went through immigration, and once I got through immigration and as I was departing the airport, my driver was waiting with the sign with my name on it, and we headed on our merry way. My driver's name was Alejandro. Absolutely amazing. He made me feel extremely comfortable. I have nothing bad to say about him. He was the best. He even wrote me a day prior to introduce himself, and he also sent me a photo with my sign and a picture of himself so that when I did arrive, I knew who to look for, who to expect, and so forth, so that there wouldn't be any surprises. So I am just so grateful for him. He did speak English, so that was also a plus, because I've heard several stories about people traveling to Colombia to get dental work and them getting there and their driver not speaking English. In terms of this language that they do speak out there, they do speak Spanish, and I didn't realize how difficult it would be going to a Spanish speaking country, because I've traveled to numerous Spanish speaking countries, but in Colombia they really do not speak English at all. Of course, the dental staff that I spoke with, they spoke English and whatnot, but in terms of like really going around and finding people that speak a tons of English, yeah, that wasn't a thing. So I had a translator app, but I didn't really do too much exploring since I was there, you know, to get my teeth done. So my first appointment, it was essentially going to the office, meeting the orthodontist, meeting the staff. They did record a lot of content of me, so that was a part of the process. They took a look at my teeth. They took before photos. Then they proceeded to start working. They did a deep cleaning on my teeth. He did say that I had a gummy smile, so that I needed to get gum contouring. That was also included in the procedure. Got my gums contoured, and then from then on, they proceeded to shaving down my teeth. My teeth were originally semi-small, so they didn't have to shave too much, which I'm grateful for. But yes, they did have to shave my teeth just so that when they did place the veneers, they could look as natural as possible. So I just want to say, disclaimer, veneers is a permanent decision, especially when you get porcelain. When you get composite tends to last a lesser amount of time, and you don't have to shave your teeth to get composite done. But Luxe Smile, they only do porcelain veneers from my knowledge. So for that reason, I had to shave my teeth down. But for me, I mentally prepared for it, and that's what I had to do. That's the price that you have to pay for beauty. So they do numb you the whole process. So they do give you local anesthesia. I'm not gonna lie, I think that was like probably my biggest concern, because I've never had like major dental work. I've never had cavities. I've never had to get my teeth extracted, nothing of that nature. So walking into it, that was actually the part of the procedure that I was extremely nervous about. But honestly, once you get past the first injection, you don't feel anything. Ultimately, it was a painless process. Honestly, it was less painful than I had imagined. They even gave me painkillers, and I never, up until this day, had to take the painkillers that they gave me. So that in itself should pretty much tell you all that you need to know. They do take molds of your teeth, send your molds and your impressions to their lab, and then that's when they start working on creating your porcelain veneers. That was a 2-day process. I would say that my first appointment was roughly around 5 hours, and my second appointment was roughly around the same time. In terms of my teeth being shaved, my teeth were a little sensitive, but it wasn't anything unbearable. I was eating, but I was eating like soft foods, and I was using mainly the back portions of my teeth. For the second appointment, overall same process. They always have somebody come downstairs to pick you up. So it's a beautiful building. The first process is trying on the veneers to make sure that they fit, and then they clean your teeth. The first appointment also, they do a deep clean. So they really go in deep underneath the gum line and everything to make sure that your teeth are in perfect shape for them to place the veneers over your teeth. Then from then on, we started the process. They gave me local anesthesia once again. We started the process for them to actually cement my teeth. Then after they cemented my teeth, they went in, they did like the final touches, the flossing and so forth. And then that's when they did the big reveal. Fun fact, y'all, I didn't get to see my teeth the whole process. I'm going to leave their Instagram and my Instagram down below so that you guys can go and watch the video of me, because I literally cried. I cried. They gave me an iPad with my old spout on it initially, and then I swiped the screen and then I saw my smile. I'm gonna insert the picture right here of what my teeth currently look like, and I broke. Wasn't expecting to cry, and at that point I still hadn't seen myself, and I just couldn't believe, because it was in that moment that I realized how much of a transformation they had done. So once I was done crying and the whole shebang, they gave me a mirror and I was able to see my smile. And I'm not gonna lie, at first I wasn't really too sure if I liked it, because it was new. It was new. I wasn't used to my teeth being this straight. I wasn't used to my teeth even being this shade. So I think I was just kind of like, yeah, like I just didn't recognize myself anymore. So I think it was just like extremely shocking. But if you would have asked me now, do I like my smile? I would tell you 1,000 times over, 1,000,000 times over, I love my teeth. I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. It's nothing like waking up to a Colgate smile. It's just nothing like it. A lot of people were asking me about pricing. Honestly, I can't really give a definitive answer for that. It's really case by case. If you have to get extreme dental work done, like extractions, root canals, and fillings and stuff like that, then yeah, it's not gonna be, your price is gonna be quoted different. I did get a special price. I don't want to disclose that as of yet, but without the discount, it would have been $6,700. So roughly around that. To secure my date, I had to pay a $500 non-refundable deposit. Once I sent my deposit, they sent me an email confirmation, basically letting me know what the overall process is going to be. They let me know what airport to fly into, what my remaining balance is, how I can pay my remaining balance, and so forth. As a whole, I would give Luxe Smile a 10 out of 10. Honestly, I would give them an 100 out of 10 because they have definitely boosted my confidence. They have definitely made this a life-changing, I'm lost for words, a life-changing experience. They were friendly, their office was clean, they were just they made me feel so comfortable. And considering the fact that I went there alone, there was never a point in where I felt unsafe. Even the hotel, Novotel, absolutely amazing. From the front desk staff to the food to the waitresses and waiters at the restaurant, it was absolutely amazing. My driver Alejandro, absolutely amazing. I can honestly say my trip was amazing. And there's so many more solo trips to come because of it, because I had such a great time. And these are my two clothes, and I just love it. In terms of the shade that I got, there were 4 shades to choose from: B1, B2, B3, and B4. I got B2, so that's like the second shade of white. I didn't want to get the whitest white. And yeah, this is it. This is the new smile, y'all. This is the new smile. So for anyone who's thinking about getting veneers, go for it. Definitely recommend. I will be leaving all the information down below. And I do have a discount code. So if you use my code, you save $700 off of your treatment. But all in all, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing another video basically explaining the whole aftercare process of veneers. It's officially been 1 month. Now I think it's pretty safe to say this ain't no low maintenance procedure. But I'm gonna see you guys in my next video. Once again, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Ciao.